Hey, I'm Adam Thompson. I'm a consultant in strategy, organisational design and leadership, and today I want to talk to you about Manager Poker. Are you playing it? You really shouldn't be. Let's get into it. When you're playing poker, it's a good idea to keep your cards close to your chest. In fact, when you're playing, you know you have to do that, which is what I've been discovering over the last few nights. As you know, it's become a regular part of our family just before bed.
Oh no. Oh no hell. Draw it. You done like to lost your damn mind. Draw 12.
I'm yet to win a game and my 5-year-old's won 3. It's starting to get frustrating. What we'll see in organisations is often managers holding their cards close to their chest as well. So what do I mean by that? When you're in a managerial role, any sort of leadership position, and you aren't telling the people everything that's going on, you are basically making sure that all the cards which hold information people would be interested in, you're holding close to your chest. Now, what sort of information are we talking about? We're talking about performance basics. What's the financial performance? How else is the team measured on? What sort of information comes in that tells you how things are actually going? If you've got any information about that, then the team gets to understand that. We're talking about information about what others think of the work that your team's doing, particularly your customers, but it could also be other people around the organisation. People have the right to know what people think of them. They also have the right to discuss what they think of what people think of them, but they have the right to know. People also have the right to know what their manager thinks of the work of the team. If you're in the managerial role, what do you think needs to be done? What do you see as the major issues that the team's facing? What do you see as the stuff that if we don't manage to do well, then the whole thing could be buggered? This is all valid information that anyone working in a team wants to know. And why does a team want to know that? Because if you're in a managerial role, you have the formal authority to review their work and ultimately make decisions about whether they stay part of that team. So what you know matters a lot to people. So what's a better way to do it? Well, you're still going to be playing cards, but this time you are playing cards with your cards facing out. With your cards facing out. And everyone has full view of the cards, and if you can build enough trust in the team, everyone else around the table has their cards out too.
I don't want you to see my cards. I don't want you to see what I call it. I don't want to see
Now I want to see it.
This might seem like an obvious thing, but why doesn't it happen? The reason is what Peter Block calls the emotional sides of leadership. See, all of us have inside of us an urge to be dominant and an urge to be dependent, and both of these come from security. If you're in the dominant role, whether that's dominance as in dominance or whether it's caretaking, you get the security of knowing that you've got control. People will do what you want. And if you're in the dependency role, that means that your safety and security is essentially in someone else's hands that you get to be disappointed in. People look towards their managers to be saviors, to look after them.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
And in some uncommon situations, such as genuine emergencies, that's exactly what's required. But most of the time, we are not going to get ownership if people are treated like dependent children. And the need to not show people the cards, even if you're thinking in your mind that's for their own good, what you are essentially doing is protecting your people against reality. So manager poker can be done sometimes for reasons of control, but more often than not, it's done for reasons of decency and protecting people. The trouble is that doesn't help them. Now, let's not go over the top. The job is not to say, this is full reality, cop it and good luck to you. That would also be unfair. Not unfair because you're a boss, but unfair because that's not how you treat your fellow human beings. It's an exercise of saying, this is the full information about what's going on. You haven't been getting that in the past, and I'm sorry for that. I know this could be difficult, and I'm here to be alongside you as a person here at work who can talk it through and support you through this. So this is the simple way we think our way through it. What would I tell my team if we were all partners in business? If you apply that rule of thumb, then you'll know which cards you need to be having out on the table, which is going to be most of them. The cards you don't have out on the table are the ones where, again, if you think about it between the partners, if you had a particular sensitive issue about someone's performance that you wanted to talk about,
What's this day of rest? What's this bullshit?
you would not necessarily share that with the whole partner group. You would go and have a conversation with that particular partner. So the thought bubble of what would I share if all these people were partners in business with me can help us avoid playing cards close to our chest manager poker. Treating people like adults who get to understand the full information of the team is not about abdicating your role of connecting with your fellow humans. It's about supporting your colleagues through receiving the full information as it stands and then helping us all to face reality together as full adults. Playing manager poker with your cards close to your chest, it's the quickest way to steal accountability and ownership from your people. Turn your cards around, it'll make a massive difference. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.